Let's now head to South America, where Argentina's new far-right president has vowed to deliver economic shock treatment in his first speech after formally taking office. Javier Milei warned Argentines that there is no money and recommitted to a program of harsh austerity measures. The populist outsider won a surprise election victory in November with radical pledges to overhaul the South American nation's ailing economy. Milei's inauguration was held in Buenos Aires on Sunday. In a day of pomp and ceremony, the 53-year-old capped his extraordinary rise to power with a speech which left Argentines in no doubt he intends to embark on an economic path unlike any previous president. He said he would undo decades of decadence with deep spending cuts designed to slash huge public debts and drive down inflation, which is now higher than 140%.
Y lamentablemente tengo que decírselos de nuevo, no hay plata. La conclusión es que no hay alternativa al ajuste y no hay alternativa al shock. Sabemos que de corto plazo la situación empeorará.
To further discuss this, I have Uria Fancelli, international relations expert, and he joins me from Sao Paulo in Brazil. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Now, how do you think Argentina's new far-right president's economic policies might impact the country's standing in the global economy?
Well, we have to wait until tomorrow, which will be the day when President Milei will announce with more details his economic proposals. But Argentina is a great agricultural exporter, so maybe something related to that. Argentina is also part of the Mercosur, which is an economic bloc made out from different countries in Latin America: Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina, and now Bolivia, which is a new member. And together, this bloc can also negotiate other trade agreements with other parts of the world. So we have to wait and see what will be the new president's stance on this bloc as well.
So what potential challenges and maybe opportunities do you see in the South American region as a result of Argentina's new leadership?
Well, first of all, the new president has to be intending to speak and to do business with other Latin American countries. When we look at his electoral campaign in the past few months, he was he had a very polarizing discourse. He was very talking about against left-wing governments, as for example, Brazil is one of Argentina's largest trade partners, and at some point he even said he would cut off ties with Brazil and also China, which is Argentina's largest trade partner. So if he actually follows his initial campaign discourse, it's something that Argentina should suffer a lot, because trade should be done with pragmatism, not with ideology.
Now, how would you analyze the potential consequences of the president's proposed austerity measures on Argentina's domestic and international relations?
He has very strong and very polemic proposals, such as the dollarization of the economy. He wants to extinguish the Argentinian central bank. He says, and this is actually true, that Argentina's monetary policy is out of control. They are printing a lot of money. He says that's something that should stop right away. But his most polemic measures, such as dollarizing the economy, and that has never been done before in a country with the size of Argentina's economy, that should be very difficult to achieve, taking into consideration that he doesn't at this point have majority in Congress. But we have to wait and see if that will work out in the future.
So at this point, can you provide insights into how such radical economic changes, most especially in Argentina, might influence the broader global economic landscape?
I think first of all we should analyze it more locally. Argentina needs urgently to control its inflation, which is more than 142% annually at this point. The currency also lost more than 95% of its value only in the last 4 years. The other candidate who lost the election, Sergio Massa, was the minister of the economy of the country, and that's one of the reasons why he lost the election, because it would mean a continuation of the last governments. But I think first the country needs to take care of its domestic economics. I don't think that it will have an impact right away overseas.
Finally, before I let you go, now, in your opinion, what are the key factors to consider when assessing the long-term sustainability and effectiveness of the president's economic plans?
First, we need to see if he will have support in Congress to approve some of his largest campaign promises, such as the dollarization of the economy, the end of the Argentinian central bank. He needs, as his main challenges, to control the inflation. As I said, it's more than 140% annually, and the Argentinian population is becoming poorer and poorer every year. The country, which was one of the richest in the world in the beginning of the past century, it now has more than 40% of its population under poverty. So it's very challenging for Argentinians. If he gets to control the inflation, then we can say that he started on his right foot.
Uria Fancelli, thank you so much for talking to us.
My pleasure.